nice get up. International, rockin' Japanese denim. Enough gas to get you a rough average. How many more do I wonder why, ain't rap? Ooh, what make you wanna go and say that? And I'm on another wave, and I'm putting on some weight.
We are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Gun. Hey, white. Left. Back 25. Hey, gun.
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 65 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Armani Watts.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got this down to the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Flushed out right. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. His throw incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Gun. 11.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. D. Ford in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. And Butker able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And here now come the Falcons. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun. 280, back 25. Okay, south. 39. go. 54, South.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. D. Ford in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, Tuesday. Right. Get up. Wait.
On second down, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Hey, got it.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Gun. 21. 20. Let's go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. Anyone happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Mahomes now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Mahomes to throw once more. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
21. 20. Gun. Right. 22. Ready to go.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Armani Watts. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's Mahomes to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Watkins alone on the left side. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 44 yards.
20. Gun.
On first down, Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Mahomes now on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency.
22. Right.
On second down, here's Ryan. Coleman has it here right side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22.
Hey. Tuesday. 54, South.
From the gun, it's Ryan. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Hey, check. 3 and 3. Hey, express. Hey, gun. Ready, like 25. On.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan, and that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on.
Hey, gun. Get up! 21. 39.
Now Ryan on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Justin Houston in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Hey, let's go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Left.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Mahomes will try again on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. On first down, Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches. And they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space. Let him use his leg. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover it.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Gun. 11. Straight. Let's go. 39. 21.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Flushed out right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tech McKinley, he's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons are in for 6. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mahomes to throw once more. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And again, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hill. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes again. And Hill with it over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Mahomes now on first down. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Now here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
21.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now Ryan on second down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
12. 21. Gun. Right. Hey, let's go.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chris Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Here's Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. D. Ford getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Tuesday. Gun. Get out. Wait. Ready, set.
Ryan to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, That's how you end up winning it.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Back to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that, but flip it over. Making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
Fucking Billy.